When Things Aren't Going Right, Go Left. Art by Peter H. Reynolds. Words by Mark Colagiovanni. After the video, stay tuned for reading questions and activity ideas and visit laurenmartinbooks.com for more free learning resources. Please like, share, and subscribe to Lauren Martin Books for more read-along stories. Now let's read When Things Aren't Going Right, Go Left. One day, for no particular reason, nothing was going right. Absolutely, positively nothing was going right. So I decided to go left. The first thing I did, I left behind my worries. Yep, I left them right there on the ground. They looked up at me and wondered, "Where are you going?" But I just smiled and waved goodbye. "Wait," they hollered, "come back. What will happen to us?" I simply shrugged my shoulders. "You'll be fine." As I walked away, I thought, did I make the right choice? Should I go back and get them? Doubts crept in. So you know what I did? I left behind my doubts. Yep, I left them right there on the ground. They bellowed, "You're making a mistake." But I just gazed at the sky. They questioned, "Are you sure you're making the right decision?" "Absolutely," I declared. With my worries and doubts left behind, I could finally think clearly. I forged on until I came to a pool and a diving board I remembered all too well. The last time I tried to dive off that diving board, I splatted on my back. Ouch. I remembered the pain and how scared I was. I started thinking maybe I shouldn't try this again. So you know what I did? I left behind my fears. Yep, I left them right there on the ground. They screamed, "Don't do it!" I stood up straight, shoulders back, hands pressed above my head. "Stop," they cried, but I simply turned and gave them a wink. I leaped, splat, on my back once again. Oof, that stings. I thought to myself, this is impossible. It can't be done. So you know what I did? I left behind my frustrations. Yep, I left them right there on the ground. They yelled, "You can't do it!" Again, I stood up straight, shoulders back, hands pressed above my head. They laughed. "Give up already." I whispered to myself, "No way, never." I leaped. Feet together, toes pointed, legs straight. Perfect. I did it. I started to realize the more left I went, the more right I felt. So you know what I did? Yep, I kept going left. And before I knew it, everything was going right. As I walked home, I glanced at the ground and I noticed something that I did not expect. My frustrations were a lot smaller. My fears a lot quieter. My doubts a lot calmer. My worries practically gone. So I decided to pick them back up. And you know what? They felt lighter now, and they weren't so hard to handle anymore. And I realized it was okay to have them with me, so long as I kept an eye on them and make sure that they didn't get too big or too loud or too overwhelming. But if they did, and I felt like nothing was going right again, then I'd simply go left. When life burdens start to feel too heavy, don't be afraid to put them down for a while. Mark Colagiovanni. What was your favorite part of this book? What happened first, next, then, and last? What is the setting of the story? When and where does it happen? Who is in the story? Describe them. What is the main conflict or problem? How and why does the main character respond to the problem and solve it? What does the main character learn in the story, and what can you learn from them? What is the lesson or theme? What can you learn from this story, and how can you apply it to your own life? Write or draw what you can learn from this book, and then draw your own fears, doubts, worries, frustrations, and other things that make you feel like nothing is going right. Then write down some ways you can go left. How can you set down your fears, doubts, worries, and frustrations, or make them a little bit lighter until things go right? Please like, share, and subscribe to Lauren Martin Books for more read-along stories and post-reading questions and activities. Visit laurenmartinbooks.com for more books and free learning resources. Thank you for reading with me.